With Chesapeake Bay gleaming in the distance, we are inside M&T Bank Stadium near the Inner Harbor in Baltimore, Maryland. Here's the scene a short time ago. The Ravens introduced to this sellout crowd, and through a sea of pyrotechnics, out they came from the tunnel. We're set to go as the Ravens get ready to match up with the Cleveland Browns. Fall is in the air, and the NFL season is in full swing, and we're underway here in Week 4. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And the decision to bring it out is going to cost him about 7 yards all told, as he's taken down back shy of the 20. They go to the former Saint, Mark Ingram. And that's not the start that he was looking for, as he's going to be met and dropped behind the line. Call it officially a loss of 2 on the first play from scrimmage. Second down. So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. Jackson from the shotgun. It's brought in here by Willie Snead. And they'll bring him down at the 27-yard line. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets him up for third down. So just play number 3 here on the opening drive, and it's an early 3rd and 1. They'll try to run for the first with Ingram. And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, and it'll bring up 4th down. So on 4th down, here's Sam Cook to punt it away. Back deep, Jarvis Landry. Fielded just inside the 20. 12 yards on the return that time. And the Browns will take over, 1st and 10. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10.
Everyone got 4. Greystone, travel. Check number 6. Slam, 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 slam. Check 52. Hey, check 24. Check 24. Pistol. I got it.
Now the 3rd leading rusher among rookies last year, it's Nick Chubb. A good run there on 1st down, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 2.
The Browns opted not to pick a running back with their first 2 selections at number 1 and 4 in the first round. But they circled back in the 2nd round and got a really good one in Nick Chubb out of Georgia. Broke off a nice run there, and that's where he's good. Good vision.
Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Tony Jefferson. And the return this time will go out to the 42-yard line. CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape, he's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
Now the first play of the drive there is incomplete. Marquise Brown, the rookie, his intended target, and that'll bring up 2nd down. They run. It's Mark Ingram. And very little there. He might have gotten a yard. Yeah, I think he got a yard to the 41.
Watching that play unfold and watching him complete it brought back memories of doing all those pursuit drills to make sure you don't over-pursue and let a guy get a cutback lane on you. He did that very well.
You praised him on tape yesterday for the angles that he takes to the ball. Took a great angle right there. And that is intercepted by the Pro Bowl cornerback Denzel Ward. So cancel the interception, pass interference.
And you know what else gets canceled? The return yardage. Makes the play, but now it's all for naught.
Hey, come on. Check, 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 check. Neutral, booker. Ball shot.
They'll throw on first down to Jackson. And this is caught. Touchdown, Baltimore. Nick Boyle, his first touchdown on the year, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Tucker able to connect on the extra point, and it's now a 7-0 game. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line. The Browns drive about to get started. They had the interception last time. It led to the opening touchdown. So now 7-0 the score as they start 1st and 10. A first carry now for Kareem Hunt. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard.
A nice run here early on. It doesn't take a great play caller to realize you want to establish a guy of his caliber who runs like this early because they will pay dividends as the game progresses.
And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
Check three, check three. Check, check. Fresno, Fresno, Fresno.
They'll try to run for the first down with Hunt. And he's got the first before he's brought down at the 39-yard line. Got what they needed there. The drive continues with a 9-yard pickup. Now after the run by Hunt, here's 1st and 10. Now a handoff here to his running back. And able to get a couple as he's across the 40 to the 41.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, this big defensive lineman will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Hurry, hurry! Hey, look, 48.
From the 41, Mayfield. Pressure comes and down goes Baker Mayfield. Michael Pierce in all of his 340-pound glory gets the sack.
I spent a lot of extra time preparing for this game watching this offensive line because they gave up 5 sacks last week in their loss. They just gave up another one now. They don't seem to be working together as a cohesive unit. Right? 4 guys might have it right, but the 5th guy is giving something up. They've got to find a way to all get on the same page.
3rd and long for Mayfield. He finds Beckham complete. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. A really nice gain of 25 yards.
It's a gain of 25 yards. And the Browns first down.
So in Raven territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 42-yard line.
Check 6 guys. Hey, alert, 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 alert. Check 26.
On first down, they'll run with Hunt. He's got the first down here inside the 30. And all the way down to the 25-yard line. Just what the Browns needed there. Good for a gain of 17.
I hope we give enough respect to the big guys up front because they have been getting it done on this drive. The holes have been large, and they've been barreling through them, picking up first downs.
Check 43. Check safety. Check hot route. Hot. Hey, watch it. Hey, alert 33. He's coming.
On first down, they go right back to Hunt. So he got free of one tackle but couldn't do a whole lot else. Patrick Onwuasor up to make the tackle. On second down now. It's Hunt, and he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. After 7-0 on EA Sports. This offense 2 for 2 on third downs on this drive. They're in for a tough task here, though. Third and long. From the shotgun, it's Mayfield. He's going to let it go deep for the end zone. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up fourth down.
That's a good job there creating the contact to force the incompletion. And now since it's fourth down, that should set up a field goal situation.
And a nice sigh of relief defensively to be able to hold them to 3. So the field goal there caps what winds up to be an 11-play drive.
Well, partner, that's a lot of offense to run there to only get 3 points. I just wonder, are they going to recycle those plays because they were successful in getting 3? Or do you go to another section of the playbook trying to find ones that get you into the end zone and get you 6?
Good one, boy. Let's go.
The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a first down now. Looking for more there on first down, but this throw downfield, incomplete. Hollywood Brown, the intended receiver. That'll bring up second down.
It leads to 2nd and 10.
Set, ready, check, 53 is mine.
To throw again, Jackson. It's complete to Snead. And they'll get 9 there as that sets them up better for third down. Well, Snead figures to be an important veteran presence for Lamar Jackson. 2 years ago, it was a disappointing 2017 for Snead. That was in New Orleans. But then had a bit of a bounce-back campaign a season ago in his first go-around with Baltimore. 62 catches, 650 yards. Did have surgery in the offseason on his left index finger. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. The safety, Morgan Burnett, that time gets home for the sack.
They just gave up a sack there, and if I'm not mistaken, they gave up 4 last week, didn't they?
Yes. And just looking really porous, aren't they?
They really are, and I'm wondering if I'm going to have to start thinking about keeping the tight end in, maybe a back, someone to help assist, because right now, the quarterback's been getting hit a lot in the last couple of games.
Well, we looked at each other right away. We knew that flag was coming out.
And I always enjoy the conversation post, because officials always tell you, I don't want to throw the flag, but you caused the play. You did it. I had to.
The Browns drive about to get started. And after the field goal last time, we'll see what they can get here. At least they got points out of the last drive, Charles.
I never met an offensive coach that didn't want to drive to end with a kick. Most of them wanted to end with a PAT, right? In this case, a field goal, they'll take it. Way better than the alternative, which is a punt.
Yeah, but you met fan bases that wanted that, that weren't happy with that field goal.
I haven't met a fan base yet that wants to drive to end with a kick, other than the extra point. That's it.
They take a shot downfield there, but it winds up falling incomplete. The Pro Bowler Odell Beckham, the intended receiver, but it'll be second down. An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10.
Get off the field. Joker. Check 24. Real. Check the backer. Hurry.
They'll run with Hunt on second down. And across midfield he goes into Raven territory. It'll be a pickup of 5, and that leaves him with 5 more. 3rd and 5 now. Mayfield. Well, the 2 men come together, and it's incomplete. Excellent work defensively, brings up 4th down.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything that warranted a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here.
And let's pin the mirrors back and go full.
On 2nd and 9, Jackson. He's going to find his tight end, Boyle. And he'll be brought down, it looks like, right at the 15. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down.
And, partner, I think that was a great example that not all tight ends are created equal. Because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it, couldn't turn it into much more.
Now they'll try to convert on 3rd and 6 after the 4-yard completion. Now it's Jackson. He's got it to Ingram, complete. A gain of 7, and they pick up the first.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
Jackson on 1st down. This one complete to Ingram. It'll be a pickup of only a yard, and that'll make it a 2nd down.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
This time Jackson will throw it. And that is intercepted by the Pro Bowl cornerback Denzel Ward. And the return here will go to the 31-yard line. They're trying to resurrect his confidence. Last week was a disaster. 5 interceptions in that loss, and another pick there.
I played with a quarterback like this before, and he had a tough game, and the head coach said, I'll take him, I'll fix him. The very next game, he started out the exact same way. The head coach turned to the offense coordinator and said, he's yours from now on. Someone has to take responsibility and work with it and try and get him settled. Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
On 2nd down, it's Hunt. And this time he's not going anywhere. They'll get him down right at the line of scrimmage. Now the Browns will use the first of their 3 timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 2nd quarter. The offense on 3rd down tonight, they've hit 2 for 4 thus far. They're looking at 3rd in the nose of the football. On 3rd down, here's Hunt. And he will not make it back to the line of scrimmage with a flag down here to boot. So they may back up further. So instead of giving them another third down, they'll decline it, brings up 4.
Now, that's smart football right there. You don't even have to really spend a lot of time considering it. Just know that you're probably going to get the ball back. Good job declining that penalty.
The field goal unit's going to stay put on the sideline. They're going to go on 4th down here.
Check, 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 check. Hurry, hurry.
Oh, and now movement and a whistle, and they may have to rethink their plans on 4th down. So out comes a field goal team now for the second time here today. He made his first attempt, this from 45. Seibert able to knock this one through. 1:58 left to play till we hit halftime. A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
And all that work, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been had he simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. On 2nd and 11 now. Jackson letting one go deep for Roberts. And this is going to wind up incomplete. The coverage there too strong on the deep ball, and now they face a 3rd down.
Well, nearly another interception there. That would have been 2 drives in a row with a pick. He's got to start taking care of the ball way better than what we're seeing.
Interestingly, that throw was probably worse than the one he threw the interception on last drive, but fell incomplete. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. He's going to loft one deep over the middle. Trying for Brown, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Demarius Randall. And they have the football and will set up shop at the 33-yard line.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
Following the interception, Mayfield into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. It's the former Seahawk, Earl Thomas, and he returns it into enemy territory down the 45-yard line. They are in an interception mood on defense. Had 2 nice interceptions a week ago. Now 2 here in the first half.
Yeah, we call it ball hawking. And the only way to truly be good ball hawks is not guessing. It's not just simply anticipation. It's study and understanding what they like to do and beating them to the spot and creating big plays.
Well, they're watching the film, and it's working. And the running lane's non-existent in this first half as they'll stop him behind the line. So back at the midfield stripe now, they'll come up 2nd and long. From midfield now, here's Jackson. Escaping the pressure right. And he's taken down, trying to do a little too much, getting outside of the pocket, and it results in a sack. Well, it was 2nd long, now it's 3rd and even longer. They're going in the wrong direction here.
Because they're moving them exactly the way they want to, but you're exactly right. Definitely going in the wrong direction for the offensive guys.
Now after that sack, it's 3rd and long for Jackson and the Ravens. Here's Jackson on 3rd and long, eluding the pressure right. He's going to run, but he's got a long way to go. He'll get 17 back there, but it'll still lead to a 4th down.
Partner, as a quarterback, sometimes you just got to know when the clock has gone off in your head, it's time to go. Tuck it and get all you can.
The Browns will quickly use their 3rd and final timeout as the clock shows 50 seconds to play here in half number 1. And this is good from 57 yards out. That was bombs away right there. Tucker named the league's all-pro kicker for the 3rd time in 2018.
Go ahead and admit it. The only time that you get excited about Justin Tucker kicking is when he actually misses.
It's
and
rare.
excited is not the right word. Surprise is more what we're talking about. 90.1% coming into 2019. He's incredible.
The Browns drive about to get started. Inside of a minute left in the half. Does the fact that you're down on the scoreboard influence what you do or, I guess, don't do on this final drive?
It certainly does, but what influences me even more is who I've got running my football team out on the field and the weapons around him. Can he make a play? Can he get into someone that we're going to trust to take care of the ball? If that's the case, I might push it a little bit here and try and get something before the half runs out.
Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. He was looking for Odell Beckham that time, and that'll bring up 2nd down.
Set, 120. 48 right now, let's go. Here we go, D. Hurry. Up, left. It's just me and you. It's just me and you. Alert, alert, alert. Mike 48. Hey, seam 6. Seam 6. Come on.
To throw, Mayfield. And that is incomplete. So 17 seconds now on the clock here. He was trying to get it to his tight end, David Njoku, and it's 3rd down.
Set, 180. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. And here we go again. Here we go again. Up, left. 5. Here we go, here we go.
Mayfield with it once more. Man open, that's Damian Ratley. 13 yards to pick up there. Good for a Cleveland first.
We got this.
A gain of 13 yards. 1st down, Cleveland.
Set, 180. Right now, let's go. So we got men. Hurry. Run. Hey, wahoo.
Mayfield on 1st down. And that'll be incomplete. We do have a penalty flag down, however. Let's see what that's about. Well, sometimes when you try to defend OBJ, you're going to get a PI call.
You might get a PI called at just about any point during his route. And I think a lot of teams have taken the whole philosophy of, hey, just go ahead and do what you have to do and hope eventually they'll quit calling it. But not in this case. They dropped the flag for the pass interference.
Hey, 133. I got it.
1st down, Mayfield. Letting one go deep for the end zone. And this is incomplete with a clock showing just 3 seconds left. He was trying to go back to Beckham there, but it's going to be 2nd down. So 3 seconds here remain in the half. On is the field goal unit to see about getting 3 points. And now a timeout defensively after that 1st down play. So they're going to make this offense sweat out half number 1. So 3 seconds here remain in the half. On is the field goal unit to see about getting 3 points. From the left hash mark, this a 43-yard attempt. So a very tight first half. We had to break in a 1-point game. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Browns drive about to get started. They're down here, but Very much in this game. What's the tonality of a coach's talk when a game is within striking distance like this at intermission?
Typically, what they're doing is emphasizing the things that went well in the first half and wanting more of that. Sure, you've got to go over some of the errors and clean up some things because there's a reason you're down. But overall, I think they want to stay positive, stay up with this team. We're just starting the second half, and we've got the football. Let's go ahead and punch it in, and then we'll take it from there.
See how that recipe works.
Second and 4 at the 31-yard line.
Six yards on that last play. Here's second and 4.
Check 4, check 4. Alert, 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 alert. 25, check 25, check 25. Switch, switch, switch. Run.
They run again with Hunt. And tackled down after a gain of 3. Leaves him with 1 yard to go on third down.
Oftentimes we praise an offense for their variety of being able to hit people with the run in the pass. But in this game, how about what we're seeing from the safeties? They are all over the field. Doesn't matter if they threw it or if they're trying to run it.
I don't think we've ever awarded an MVU, most valuable unit, but you're right. It might go to them in this game.
I like that. MVU. Well done.
Point it right.
On third down, Hunt. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. 13 yards to pick up there. Good for a Cleveland first.
Brandon, what were they thinking on defense there? They looked like they were playing for the pass. That was third and short. Yeah, it was an easy pickup because they handed it to him. That was way too easy.
Just looked like absolute confusion defensively. Not sure why they were in that set.
Yeah, I'd say you ought to have a few men in the box there.
He'll be taken down at the 48 for a pickup of 2 yards.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
From just shy of midfield, Mayfield. And he's got the hook up to Landry.
Let's go.
A gain of 9 yards.
So in Raven territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 43. They go play action. Mayfield flush to his right. And a big loss here as he's taken down.
Like the footwork back there, I thought he did a pretty good job of evading that first wave of players. Tried to buy a little extra time out of the pocket, but in the end, oh, that was a tough one.
Yeah, winds up getting buried for the loss. So after the sack, a scenario you certainly don't work on too often. 2nd and 24. Now Mayfield. He's going to sling this deep downfield. That's caught inside the 20. And they're going to have this in a great spot way down in Baltimore territory. A big play that time for Cleveland. 46 yards. So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Mayfield gives this one to Hunt. And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
That's a strong pickup right there on 1st down. And as this drive goes on, we're seeing an offensive line and running game imposing its will.
The last run got 6. Now 2nd and 4. They stay on the ground. Again, it's Hunt. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. That backs him up 1 yard and brings up 3rd down.
Well, partner, I guess sometimes it's just a matter of philosophy. Some say run it until they absolutely stop you, and others say, well, when you think they're about to stop you, fool them a little bit. I guess they should have tried to fool them on that play.
A field goal would get them the lead, but that's not what they're shooting for as they come up on 3rd down.
Pistol. Mike 48. You ain't doing nothing. Yay, Charlie.
Mayfield looks to throw. The quick slant caught. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Browns touchdown. Odell Beckham, his first touchdown on the year. And the Browns have taken the lead. So up comes Mayfield as his guys will go for 2. Here's Chubb to try to run it in. And he will find the end zone here, and the lead moves up to 7. They get the conversion, and Charles, when you only have 2 yards to go, what do you think of the toss play? Because initially it kind of set you back a little bit.
It does, especially if you get a lot of pressure coming towards you. But if you can get to the edge, if you seal the edge with your blocking, often your tackle or your tight end on what they call the play side where the ball goes, you can get to the corner, and that allows those big guys to get out ahead and run it.
And he gets it out to the 25-yard line. Flag down. This could set him back. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script to start a half, other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Now it's Jackson. It's caught by Roberts. And he went nowhere. He'll lose yardage back to the 29. A loss of 2 there. 2nd down. 2nd and 12 after the first down pass play went backwards for 2 yards. Throwing is Jackson. Flushed out right. And he's just going to get rid of this thing. To no one here. He throws it away. And now it's 3rd.
Maybe a little frustration starting to creep in. The offensive line hasn't done a great job of protecting him in this game. And there he was, hit again as he threw it.
Yeah, another time on his backside. Probably starting to get a little frustrated.
Got to keep his composure. Can't let the defense know that they're getting to him.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Roberts got it. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. They get 14 on that one. That's good for a Baltimore 1st down. Jackson now, 9 of 15 throwing the ball, 60%, and it's 1st and 10. Again, Jackson looking for his running back, and he's got him. It'll be a 2-yard gain, and it'll make it 2nd down.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
So 2nd and 8 here after the pass play for 2 yards on 1st down. Escaping the pressure right. Trying to drop one in, but it's incomplete. By the way, I got to apologize because I just realized for about the last 4 or 5 plays, I'm eking over into your territory up here in the booth. My bad. I'm going to get back over to my spot.
Yeah, we're not talking about our on-air commentary. I mean, what is all this extra paper? I mean, this is unusual for you.
My bad.
Normally you run a really tight ship. What's going on here?
Just like that incomplete pass, I'm going to try to tighten things up here for this next play. The Ravens get a new set of downs, give them 17 on that pickup.
1st and 10 at the 38-yard line.
Jackson now perfect since the second half started. 7 of 7. It's 1st and 10. They'll go with Hill here on 1st down. A good gain of 9 before he's brought down at the 28.
He was brought down by Shedrick Redwater. A gain of 9 brings up 2nd and 1 at the 28-yard line.
And that is going to do it for this 3rd quarter of action. And that'll do it for the end of the 2nd quarter. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports.
Check 53. I'm coming for you, son. I'm coming for you, son. Check that.
Going again on the ground here with Hill. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a 3rd down. Up front, the struggles continue for this offense among the line. What can they do? Change the play calling? What?
I think part of that, yes, changing some of the play calls, some screens, some draws, some misdirection. You want to run any type of a play that will influence these guys to continue to get upfield and find a way to use that against them and slip things in behind them. So some quick passes could work as well. Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. He'll have the win at his back here in the 4th quarter. And Tucker's kick right there. It's good. And that will cut this lead back down to 4 now. It's 17-13. So an interesting call there to take the 3. I mean, I guess they're thinking that their hands were tied, but, 4th quarter, that field goal might not help them that much in the end.
Yeah, eventually they're going to need the touchdown. The thinking must have been, They didn't feel confident about picking it up there, hoping maybe on defense they can get better field position, get a turnover, get a better play, and then they'll have a chance to attack the end zone.
The Browns drive about to get started. They have the lead, obviously, late in the game. I guess the good news for them is if for some reason they would make a mistake, a field goal does the opposition no good.
Everyone loves to have a little bit of a cushion, and that helps you immeasurably. But the bottom line is, do all the things that you're taught in order to close out the game. Don't even let that become an issue.
Yeah, but still a one-possession game. This one not fully over yet. And they're able to get this one across the 35. That's good for a Cleveland first down, an 11-yard pickup. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
Single, slot. I'm coming for you, 27. I'm coming for you. Watch the run.
From the gun, Mayfield. It's caught by OBJ. And he'll be taken down across the 50 at the 45 in enemy territory. 17 yards on the catch and run. It's a first down.
And the Browns first down.
If you're going to blitz, likely going to leave you in man coverage with this guy, and that is less than ideal.
It is, because just about any offense that has an elite receiver, if you blitz and have him in man coverage, you're going to him, even if he has an elite defender on him, because he usually knows where the ball is before the defender does.
King. You got tight right there.
They'll run on first down. It's Hunt, and I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. A full 5-yard loss that time. It's going to make second down pretty tough.
Rush in. No. Hey, alert. Watch the twist. Sponge. No.
Back to the ground. This time it's Chubb. 20. And all the way in. Touchdown, Cleveland. Nick Chubb. His second touchdown on the season. And the Browns are going to tack on to their advantage. And on that long run, maybe the defense caught napping a little bit.
The concentration level may not have been there. I agree with you on that one, because those types of plays, when they result like that, they're almost like big bolts of lightning, aren't they? Whoosh, and off he goes.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have stayed where he was, as he'll only get back to the 16-yard line. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. And tough to win games if you're going field goal here. They got field goal last time. Now they'll be looking for a touchdown.
They're looking for the big chunk now, because, as you noted, the field goal way of doing it makes it that much harder and puts more pressure on every possession for you now. Go ahead and get 6 and feel a lot more comfortable about the position they're in.
Bigger chunks. We'll see if they can get the score. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. Jackson going to throw again. Eluding the pressure right. He's going deep for Brown. And that is intercepted by the Pro Bowl quarterback Denzel Ward. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Wow, between last week and this week, that's now 8 interceptions. 5 a week ago, now 3 here.
Well, he is so lucky that one of the defense coordinators I played for, a man named Ken Donahue, is not there right now, because he saw that happen during his coaching career, and he grabbed a quarterback in the midst of a streak like this and said, tell you what, son, why don't you throw it to the defensive guys, and let's see if our receivers can intercept it.
Well, he's got to figure something out, because the current formula is not working. The drive with Hunt, and he goes nowhere. He'll lose yardage back at the 17. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down. Got to figure now, after getting that turnover, they're just going to be happy to keep the ball on the ground, right?
This is where covering the football, taking care of the ball, all the ball security terms that have ever been used, they come into play for the guys on offense right now. Just take care of it, and they've got a good chance of ending up winning this game.
They'll run again with Hunt. And not a whole lot to speak of there as they'll bring him down shy of the 20. After getting stuffed on first down, not much better there. 2-yard gain.
Bottom line, they want to keep this clock rolling, so they'll take that one right there. They just want to keep falling forward, and they won't put the onus on the big fellas up front in order to bring this one home.
The Browns on third down. They've had good success, 5 for 8 to this point. This is 3rd and 9. From the shotgun, it's Mayfield. It's caught. Beckham. And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. It'll be a gain of 8, but it'll also lead to a 4th down.
Whether you're playing West Coast offense or not, one of the maxims of the West Coast offense is you're either throwing a touchdown or a check down. In other words, look for the big shot, but be smart. And I think they did exactly that on that play. They didn't get the first down, but they're taking care of the ball well.
Yeah, and being rightly cautious with that lead here in the second half. 21 yards. Well done on the return. And the Ravens, they'll take over. Elsewhere, they're on to the 4th quarter at MetLife Stadium. And the Giants have taken the lead there late in that one. A win would be their 2nd on the young season. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. That's caught by the former Sooner, Mark Andrews. The Ravens get a new set of downs, give them 17 on that pickup. Clock management, definitely critical here if they want to get back in this game.
Absolutely agreed. They have to up the tempo in this case, down a couple of scores. Want to make sure they have a chance to win this ball game.
This is Ingram on 1st and 10. And they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues. Denzel Ward, the number 4 pick in the 2018 draft, making the tackle from his corner spot. Jackson throwing on target to Brown. And to the 36-yard line, taken down there after getting 8 yards. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's Raven football here as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Here's Jackson. And that will be incomplete.
It is tough to complete pass against zone defenses. The windows that you see open, they shrink pretty rapidly. How about being able to hit a moving target against a zone before the next guy can get there and make a play on the ball?
Not easy for any quarterback, no matter the situation, and there the defense won the battle. So now here comes the field goal team for the 3rd time today. From the left hash, this from 53 yards out. And his kick is absolutely perfect. And that'll make this an 8-point game. So you knew one way or another that they needed the 2 scores. They get the easy one out of the way. Now they'll get the ball back, hopefully.
Yeah, and the question is, how do you accomplish that? Do you onside kick it? Or since you have all 3 timeouts, do you kick it deep? To me, I'm playing field position with all 3 timeouts. I kick it deep and try and pin them back there.
The Browns drive about to get started. And this game not quite over yet. And we'll likely see them take all 3 timeouts defensively, so they can't just kneel this one out. They're going to have to try to run a few plays.
You're exactly right. They've got to get a first down and make them use up all their timeouts in order to feel like they have this one in hand.
Second and 5 at the 27-yard line.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5.
Hey, check 24. Check 24. Real. Shit. Watch safety creep. Watch safety creeping. Safety's creeping.
They'll keep it on the ground. Hunt. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 15 yards on the play, first down.
Do my eyes deceive me, or is he getting stronger as this game moves along?
Burst seems just as good here in the fourth as it was way back in the first, doesn't it?
I do believe someone put a lot of time in the offseason and continues to condition during the season in order to continue to carry the ball at this rate.
Kill, kill, kill. Kill, 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 kill. Hey, turn it up, turn it up. Quick the edge, quick the edge. Come, come. Check, 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 check.
On first down, they'll run with Chubb. The Ravens going to use the second of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 55 seconds remaining in the football game.
Brings up 2nd and 7 at the 46-yard line.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7.
Watch the eye. Watch out. Regular, regular, regular. Hurry, hurry. Motion out of the backfield. Motion out of the backfield. Shift, shift. Wide. Get wide. Kill, 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 kill. Check 3, check 3, check 3. Up.
And again, it's Chubb. And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line. Ravens going to use their third and final timeout as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds left to go in the game. Now Mayfield. They set up the screen to Chubb. And he works free. And some good, tough running, but he's still going to be stopped about a yard short. The screen gets 7, but it's not enough. And it'll be 4th down. Instead of throwing it downfield, Charles, they just tried to dump it underneath there. You like the call?
I do. I think it's a high percentage play because you get the completion, and what you're counting on is your back to use his legs and his elusiveness to make people miss and pick up the first down. In this case, it didn't happen.
Here's Jamie Gillen now. He'll boot it away from about his 35. Averaging 50 yards a boot so far as this one's away. Well, going into the final play of this game, they knew that they needed some type of a miracle there at the very end, but they couldn't get it done. However, we were treated to really a spectacular affair.
Even though they didn't finish it off, you're exactly right. They took us down to the last play. We're still, you were wondering, could it happen? Possibly, even though we both knew it was a long shot.
So for the Browns, it'll be a 500 start as the win gets them back to 2-2. And they'll get another road test next week as they have to go to Santa Clara to take on the 49ers. Meanwhile, for Baltimore, they also will exit this one at 2-2. And they'll try to rebound next week as they head to Heinz Field to take on the Steelers. That'll do it for us. I'm Brandon Gaudin alongside Charles Davis. Thanks to our entire crew as well. We'll talk to you next time. So long, everybody.